fly off the handle. I can fly off the handle. You give me
You've never done that.
Shut up.
So what are we talking about on this episode of Married and Deep Fried?
Well, we are married.
We are married.
I think we alluded on the Ella episode about like all the things we went through for that. And
that was a tough one. That was a tough episode.
I think there's a disclaimer because I want to talk about it, but
Right.
I'm not inviting people into our marriage because it's nobody's business. I think the second you start inviting other people in to have opinions, you ruin something very sacred. And it's nobody's business what happens between you and I in our marriage. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm not calling up my girlfriends being like, I can't believe he did this. What are your thoughts? I don't care what their thoughts are.
Dumbass.
They might say that.
The only two
You just
opinions
can't do that. You cannot. You can't throw your spouse under the bus.
the only two opinions that truly matter are yours and mine.
Right.
So
But a lot has happened.
yeah.
A lot. And I
Yep.
think, obviously we chose our marriage over all of this and all the mess that was going on. We did not think it was healthy for us personally, one. Two, for our marriage.
Correct.
I don't think we would be standing here had we not made that decision.
No.
Because it gave us time to actually, we were working on it behind the scenes, but man, those 5 months, I think there was a solid 4 to 5 months where we just focused on things that gave us joy, things that mattered, and we really put in the work.
If I had any advice, which take my advice with a grain of salt or a shot or whatever you need to go with it. But I think the number one thing that we lacked in our problems was communication.
I really think that was the root cause of everything.
Communication.
Because if you don't communicate with your spouse, that can lead to a whole world of other issues.
Yes.
And
we did.
And it did. I think simple communication is key. But obviously we're not going to get into specifics, but what we do want to talk about is like what we did. We weren't in a position to go to counseling. We didn't go to counseling. There was no formal couples therapy or anything like that.
I don't think.
Had we not known what the issue was, obviously that would have been the route to go. I think we quickly identified what the problem was.
Yes.
And I think that's what changed it for us.
Oh, 100%.
Is just the lack of communication. But we
lot.
did a lot of work, and to put it all into one little episode is almost impossible. But
No,
I
we'll give you
think-
the cliff notes.
one of the biggest projects we took on was redoing our marriage. But I think one of the biggest things we did is realize that everything that we had built up until that point just had to be tore down.
Yes. Like a sandcastle.
Yeah, it was a sandcastle.
So-
it was very shaky. There was nothing solid about it.
It's really pretty, nice and big, and it's great when you have it, and then the
Yeah.
wave comes.
And the
Yes.
wave being, we lost our child.
Yes.
Grief happens. It almost tore us apart. But what's really great is the foundation is so solid that we were able to just tear it down to the foundation.
Yes.
Or, our seed was sown. The roots were deep, but we had to amend the soil and we had to take the plant out and it had to regrow differently and we had to give it nutrients. And so if you think about it that way, like it was very easy for us to do that.
Yes.
But how? How do you do that? How do you tear down and pretend like, 6, 7 years, there's nothing there to show for it? Looking back on it, I cannot believe we actually did it and came out here. But it's like, what steps did we take to do it?
I think the first step we did was put on a little music. We'd sit out on the back porch. We would have a fire going in our little mini fire.
A little mini fire pit.
Play some card games, and then we would talk.
We had this little fire pit. It was a solo fire pit thing that goes on the table. And you'd light it, and it was almost like a little cozy outdoor seating area. You remember when we were supposed to finish Kendall's bathroom? and we went to Lowe's to get all the stuff, and we decided to buy some chairs instead.
Yeah, we bought those nice chairs that we set out in.
So her bathroom renovation paused because
We sat in the chairs
it
for
was
like
the best money we've ever spent.
2
ever.
months straight. We didn't use it.
But we would just sit outside, and there was this deck of cards that had basically just random questions, and I'm talking random.
Yeah.
It talked about childhood dreams. It would talk about what's one thing you regret, and what it did is just opened up the one thing that we were really lacking at the time, and that was communication.
It basically helped us reintroduce ourselves.
Yeah.
A
And
reintroduction.
honestly, like, well, how much did you find out about me that you really didn't know?
Quite a bit.
Right?
Surprisingly, yes.
You tend to start having conversations when you're just randomly answering questions, and it brings up like your inner thoughts that you don't
Yes.
share. Because one, these are random questions. Like, it doesn't get brought up in conversations, and it's not like something that can just naturally happen.
Correct.
But I found out so much about you. I felt like before I knew you, I didn't really know you.
Right. I feel like we learned more about each other in those 5 months than we did in the 7 months or
Right.
7 years we were married, or before that, or 8 years.
It also allowed us like an entry point to having the more difficult conversations,
Yes.
because I don't think we were at a place at that moment when we started doing it to where we could really get really down into it.
No. And I think until you hit those deep, deep points like that, do you really know? But,
Right.
you know, we also know more about us than anybody else.
Right.
Friends, like your best friend or my best friend, because we're each other's best friend now.
Exactly. And that really kind of highlights the foundation. We were really friends before we were anything. And I think that is the strongest foundation you can have for a marriage.
100%.
You have to like the person you're marrying.
Right? How many people could do what we do
Work together,
every day?
live together, spend every waking moment together.
Yeah.
Not very many. Like,
Yep.
it really shows you like what your marriage is made out of if you can do it. I actually suggest everybody to work with their spouse.
For the most part.
Spend a whole week with them nonstop.
And see what you think.
You will find it'll highlight a lot of things that should probably be worked on.
I mean, you know things that nobody else knows.
Right.
And that's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we had that before. I don't think we saved ourselves for what we thought was appropriate for each other. Or you may have held back because you didn't. You're like, oh, I don't want him to do
Well,
this.
and it's not that I held back on purpose. It's
No,
like, when
it's
do these
just-
conversations ever arise?
Never.
Never. We weren't asking the right questions to dive that deep. It
No.
was all very surface level.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
He has his lemonade. He's good to go.
Okay. If
Anybody
people-
going through anything, even like younger couples who are getting married, I'm just like, you have to do this. If you're not doing any kind of counseling, at least do this and open up those conversations so you
Yes.
can know exactly who you're marrying. You know that there's a series on TikTok called Who the F Did I Marry?
Bad language.
I know. It's what it's called. You used it on what it was called, the mime or meme.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just giving you
And
crap.
sometimes I watch those series because one, it's comical. Two, I feel really bad for them, but don't become an episode of that.
Yeah, how do you, I don't know, get to just marry somebody to marry somebody? I never understood that.
I don't either. I didn't either. But I think another thing is you got to have a lot of grace
Yes.
with your spouse.
Oh, 100%.
Like, if you hold every little thing that they do wrong against them, like, what are we doing?
Oh, I'd have been dead a long time ago.
Shut up. supposed to be having a healthy
Oh,
marriage.
yes. I mean,
I
no, but
just
that's the
scared
truth.
you into submission at that point.
Ain't happening.
I know. But
But you gotta,
um
and you gotta take in, your history and my history. Your history is way different than my history before we got together.
you'd
Yeah.
never been around kids really.
No, I never was around kids. My longest relationship was like 3 years. So yeah, and I was in my 30s at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
We tore it down and we built it from scratch. And I think once we identified the problem, we really fixed it. And what's funny is we just happened on those question cards. And then we went through them and then we found every single deck that ever existed to keep answering these questions.
yeah, and then we moved on to different decks, and then we moved to there, and wasn't long after that we got like our first little 4-day getaway, and that's what we did there too. I mean,
Yeah.
we just
like
that's-
everything that we were doing at home, we would do everywhere we would go.
Yeah.
I think we even packed up our chairs that we bought.
Oh, we brought them with us.
Yeah, we did.
No, they 100%. They were in the back of the truck.
They were just so comfortable.
Yeah, I know.
But we've created some unspoken rules
Yes.
and we've adopted them. And I don't think we like consciously did that. It's just we know how we got to where we were
Yes.
and we know we never want to go back there. So what's one unspoken rule that you follow that you didn't really even think about before, but you consciously do now?
That annoys you, or is
No, we'll get to that part. We're not there
we don't
yet.
have time for that part. This ain't a 4-parter.
No, I'm talking about like I know what you consciously do in our marriage now that you never really did before.
I became more conscious myself of making sure that I communicated that with you. Like, I try to make sure to tell you every day that how beautiful you are, or things that I never did before that I'm like, I don't know why. I think you're beautiful, but it's me actually speaking those
It's
words
the
because
affirmations, yeah.
it is. It's little things like that that I realize that, I don't know,
Yeah.
I got more comfortable and didn't express anything.
You did get comfortable. I think that kind of started leading down a path of like no return. But it was something that you do every single day is you just make space for me. I have free reign to be who I am
And
without like judgment or
question.
resentment or like I can fly off the handle. I can fly off the handle. You give
you've
me
never
like
done that.
shut up. You give me like 30 seconds to get it all out and it's like I'm good. I'm better. Thank you. And you just let me be. You don't tell me stop, don't do that, don't do this. You just give me space to say ridiculous things and then we move on.
That was an eye roll if I've ever said ridiculous things. When have I ever said anything that's just ridiculous?
Okay, first of all, I was talking about what I say.
Oh, you do say some ridiculous stuff.
Wow.
That's some points. When you're flying off the handle, I'm like,
I know.
well, I don't even know where that came from.
Like, I don't
And I'm
either.
like,
Sometimes I'll be
daggers are
sitting there
thrown,
and
I'm like
it's
trying to
brewing
move.
in my head and I just have to like get it out and you're just like,
The worst was like the 2-day bruise or like the 3-day bruise when it just like slowly,
I know. And it doesn't.
slowly, and
And
then all of a sudden you're like, ah! The space is a big thing. And letting us be who we are individually makes us better as a couple.
and I know that sounds weird. And obviously we were ourselves before.
Yeah. But
We had restraints with each other.
Yes.
We have zero restraints now.
oh no.
Because I didn't want you to judge me. Like when I'm saying crazy things, like, oh my gosh, I married a psycho. I'm not really. I just
You're not.
needed to get it out of my head so it's not living there rent free.
I get that.
Right?
I mean, it is.
And so now I have space to be able to do that.
And
Now,
you can
obviously,
be the 100% authentic person that you are, the true
Right.
person you are,
right.
without fear of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be too. And you're like, sometimes that's a little much.
It's a lot. I'm just kidding.
You're not.
Not that much. It's not that much. Okay. One of the other things that we've adopted is silent treatment.
Yeah, there is none.
I think we used that a lot, and I did too, because I almost weaponized it, and I didn't want to weaponize it, but I was like so mad at you that like something had to give,
Yes.
and we don't do that.
No.
There's nothing. If we're silent with each other, it's because we need a moment to gather our thoughts, and it's not malicious in any way, shape, or form. We just know that in that moment we can't discuss it.
And I think that was another thing that changed too, is we minced our words to where they weren't sharp and deep and hurtful.
Right.
We asked the same question.
If we are arguing or fighting over something, it's not to win.
No, it's
To really come up with a solution that is equal and favorable for both of us. We have to have some kind of concessions. And I think a lot of couples that I've seen get that wrong. They just want to be right. And before we just wanted to be right. It's not that way anymore.
What is it you always tell me? You don't win the battles, you win the war. And
Right.
I'm like, I want to win every battle.
I know, you got to pick and choose your battles. That's what I tell you, especially with the kids. My gosh.
I want to win them all.
You pick every single one of them. Like, stop. You cannot win every battle.
I'll try.
You'll lose it.
I do.
Whatever.
I win a couple.
Now let's get on to how do we love each other not unconditionally, because it's always conditional. Marriage is a conditional love, period. I'm sorry, and people can say it's not, but it is. I think the only unconditional love is between a parent and a child. Love versus you annoy me.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about
I
it.
love to annoy you. That's my love.
You do.
I do.
You really do. And
when I know it's right there, and I'm just gonna punch and punch and punch and punch and punch until I get you just close enough to the edge where I need to back away, and
before kitchen talk happens. But it's not an annoying that I don't like. Like, you do annoy me sometimes. I know I annoy you, but it doesn't mean that I love you any less.
Right.
Like, it's not starting a fight. It's not, I don't need to spend time away from you to not be annoyed by you. Because you'll call me 10 times anyway.
I can annoy you any place in the world. I will
like,
find you and annoy you.
Even if I went home.
What are you doing? Huh? Hey, Bob.
That's literally the conversation. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yeah? When are you coming back? Okay. What are you doing right now?
And when you're really starting to get there, I'll just look at you and go, Bab. And your eyes get that. There it is.
Okay. The only reason they get that way is because when we bicker like this, in the other room, I hear Benjamin go, Babe.
I like when he gets involved. It's always funny. He's like,
I'm like, Benjamin, this has nothing to do with you. Okay, Babe.
Okay, Bob. You got to have that playful.
We do. It's not.
Never serious.
It's never serious.
It's
people just get annoyed with their spouse and it turns into resentment, and that's just not even the case anymore. Did it turn into a lot of resentment? 1,000%. I think resentment was like this huge component of fixing whatever was going on with us. There was a lot of resentment.
Yeah.
And it was all based on miscommunication. Like, once we straightened up the miscommunication, there was no resentment anymore. But man, it builds. It's almost like it's very toxic.
Yeah, I don't know how other married couples that do have that, how they survive it.
I don't.
Or do they not?
It's like a poison. It's a cancer. And you can't have it. And you can't hold on to things. Like,
No, because that little thing will start this big, and then it'll be this big the next time I annoy you. And then, it just grows until the pressure's there, and it's like a Coke bottle. She gonna blow.
a Coke bottle. It's like, oh, blow.
She gonna blow everywhere.
You're
How much
funny.
is she gonna blow? How much did you shake it up? But I feel like we both have a greater appreciation of how tough marriage is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that's never really had to put any work in because they were just that so perfect for each other, or never get annoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't ever forget, but when you consciously choose to forgive somebody, you can never bring it up again.
No.
You've forgiven them for it. Why
Yeah.
are we bringing past stuff up if you are still holding on to it? Don't forgive that person.
Right. You don't forgive until you're ready to forget.
Right. And if you have zero grace for your spouse and you can't understand for 2 seconds, we're all human.
Yes. We all make mistakes.
1,000%. Like, you have to have grace. And when you forgive, you literally move on and never bring it up again.
And when that mistake happens, you learn how to do it together, you know?
Right.
Or there's no reason to continue because every time you do something wrong, or you're like, well, that's all they're thinking about in the back of their head is the last time I did something wrong, you know?
Exactly. How do you move forward when that's all you're doing?
And this is just us, you know? I don't, you
Like what works for us is not going to work for everybody. I get
No.
it.
But, you know, my mom and dad have been married for, what is it, almost
53 years.
53 years.
It's crazy to me. I don't know why I closed this. I need this.
It's like, can you put up with dad for 53 years?
No, see, I'm not a saint. And your mom is like she's a saint.
I can't disagree with that. She's put up with a lot.
She really has. There's 3 of you. I only have to deal really with one. But you Walters boys, you're all alike.
We're similar.
So
Some of us have more than others.
when you're redoing the house, I would have to listen real closely because your dad would do something. He'd be like, she'll never know. She'll never see it. And there's some things that I'm still discovering today.
There's some things that you'll never discover.
Why is that?
Because she was well hidden. Yeah, no, she'll never know. And what's your other favorite ones? Well, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
It
Well,
wasn't.
a little background. We bought a house in 15. Started renovating it. It was 15. I'm keeping tally on this one.
Oh, good Lord.
I know we don't keep score,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah, but here
definitely
we are.
keeping score on this one.
Good thing this episode was long enough to get the score card
I
in
know. 2015, that would be 10 years ago. Still not done.
here. Still what?
Still not done.
I know. I finished the restaurant in that time.
Oh, I know you did. I know.
Should have just finished the house. My gosh.
This is part of the fixing our marriage part because I held like a lot of hatred about our house. Like it just wasn't done. Granted, it's not done now.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress, but that's the thing that I wasn't seeing as the progress.
Yeah, it was just work.
No, it wasn't even work. There was nothing happening.
Well, yeah. In progress.
Now it just looks like a bad case of the hoarders because we have family members who are redoing their homes and giving us all the. I love old furniture. I love mixing and matching different things. And so guess where it ends up at my house that they don't want because I don't say
How
no
many
to anything.
armoires do we have now?
Oh, a lot.
A whole room full?
China cabinets.
There's
We got
one upstairs, too,
chairs, tables. But they're so cool and antique, and then you don't make them like that anymore. And I couldn't say no, and then it just started piling up. And now I have a whole room of just storage for the furniture I have nowhere to put.
Besides the point, while we're off on the besides the point, I want to make a request to people that are watching our podcast. And if they could comment on this section of the podcast, I would absolutely love it. Do you have a bull in a china shop?
Oh, shut
Or
up.
do you have a bull in a what?
China cabinet. Now listen, I could have swore, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just imagining this whole entire thing. A little tiny bull in a cabinet growing up. And that's why I always said China cabinet.
Why would you put a...
Why would you... Why
You're
are
going
we
to put a real
arguing
bull
this?
inside of a china store. What's the bull going to do?
Break it.
Darn
I get
right.
it. But isn't it good luck to put a bull in a China cabinet?
That one I do not know.
I could
Never
have
owned a
swore
china cabinet until now, so wouldn't know.
It was a little bull in a China cabinet. That's why we always said it.
That annoys you?
Oh, the crowns. Let's get some crowns out. They're crayons. Thank you.
I've never called them that. They're crowns.
Crowns. So
Crowns,
ridiculous.
and then you go look at some murals. Or murals, if you're being politically correct.
No, that's being correct. It's not politically correct. It's just correct. Merles and crowns.
Uh-huh.
Anything else you want to add? Since we're over here trying to be an authority on something we have nothing to be authority over.
Marriage advice?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
We're not perfect,
no, we're far from it. But
but
the best thing in the world for marriage is communication.
communication, talk, get to know your spouse every day. You will learn something new every day. Let me repeat that. You will learn something new. But we are, by far, this is not professional advice. This is
Please don't take our advice
like,
for more than what it
if
is.
what we went through helps just one person, I think it's worth sharing the story. And as
Yes.
you can see, we're still working on the communication part.
Just about our clothes, where they belong and where they don't belong.
Okay, first of all,